going on, Panthers Nation? It's Aaron Duncan here, back again with another video brought to you by Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. And today we are jumping in the film room to look at the Carolina Panthers versus Atlanta Falcons game and recap some things that happened. Now, this was a pretty good game, obviously, for both sides of the football. Played a lot of complimentary football. The offense decided to come out there and really commit to the run, just like Matt Rule said. Matt Rule talked about the analytics and having that target number of 33 runs per game, and being able to do that seemed to be a recipe for success in Matt Rule's mind versus throwing it all over the yard, throwing the ball 40 times with Sam Darnold, who's liable to make a mistake if you throw the ball around that many times. So today's video, we're going to take a look at the response to that drive early in the game after they turned the ball over on the first play. But before we get into that, let me introduce myself again. I am Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness, and I do recap and analysis of the Carolina Panthers along with the whole NFL with film breakdowns just like this one, analysis during the week, live streams every week, and post game. So if you want to see videos or information like that, especially with all this Panther news that goes on from a week-to-week basis, be sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell icon. That way you turn on notifications, and make sure you turn on notifications for all. That way you don't miss anything, because I do all kind of different polls and announcements and stuff on the channel also. So make sure you guys are in the loop there by giving the video a thumbs up also too, because it really helps me in the algorithm by liking the video. It shows YouTube that you like the video, so it's going to spread the word out to more Panthers fans. So I really appreciate that. Hey, down below in the comments, let me know how you felt about the Carolina Panthers game plan, about running the ball more and really kind of take the ball out of Sam Darnold's hands. I know we used a lot of different guys in the backfield with Chuba, Ameer Abdullah, Freeman, and stuff like that. So let me know how you guys feel about that game plan of running more heavy than passing all over the place like we had before. Let me know. As I mentioned, Matt Rule had a plan about wanting to be more balanced when it comes to running the ball. That way, the defense can get a lot more rest on the sidelines, and then you're taking the ball away from Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, it can be shaky with the football. So the more times you drop back, the more liable he is to make a mistake. In this game this past week, they decided to run the ball 47 times and only passed it 24. 8 of those 47 runs were from the quarterback. So they even got Sam Darnold involved with his legs. Yes, it ended up not working out great because he got a concussion, but I think this balance and keeping the defense honest was a good recipe, because I talked about in the game, we all know the first play of the game, Chuba Hubbard fumbled, and that was terrible, but the defense once again did what they were supposed to do and held the Falcons to only 3 points. And a lot of people are saying they've been doing this all year, putting them in bad positions. Well, what did they do after? They rewarded the defense with a long, sustained 15-play drive over 6 minutes. Yes, they only got 3 points, but it could have easily been a touchdown, had one way or gone the other way as far as when it comes to a call by the ref. But we're going to go ahead and look at these plays from that response to that drive, because they could have easily, since they were down 3, they could have easily went to the passing game and got desperate and anxious again. But shout out to Joe Brady for being disciplined in the play calling, and shout out to Sam Darnold for making checks at the line of scrimmage on different running plays. Shout out to the offensive line. Oh my goodness, the 2 guards of Michael Jordan and Trent Scott at both guards seem to be a great combination. These guys got nasty, and a lot of people want to say it's just the Falcons. Why are we so happy about it? Well, this team had been the bottom of the barrel when it comes to blocking, first of all, so any kind of improvement is improvement, for one. And 2, the Falcons do have Grady Jarrett inside, and they were able to have their way with Grady Jarrett at times. Yes, Grady Jarrett's going to make plays because he's probably a top 3, top 5 defensive tackle in this league. However, to be able to handle him consistently on the inside and run for over 200 yards, it's something we can build on. So let's go ahead and get into the film room and look at it. So I'm not going to show the full drive, obviously, because it was a 15-play drive, and this video can get super long. However, I do want to show some key plays and just show the improvement in the offensive line. And I talked about Michael Jordan playing left guard. Of course, I call him the GOAT nickname. And then Trent Scott playing right guard. And Matt Paradis have been pretty solid inside too. So this play is going to be called duo. Now, duo and inside zone look very different. Similar but different also at the same time. There's still double teams and there's still combo blocks. So what we're going to get is a double team here. Matt Paradis is going to get here in position here. Trent Scott should give him a little help, but he's going to get up to this linebacker here. Ameer Abdullah, instead of angling out like he would in the zone, he's going to angle just straight in and let the movement of the set alignment on the second level dictate what's going to happen. And so that's exactly what happens here. We get a beautiful double team between Cam Erving and Michael Jordan. Let's go ahead and play it. Boom. And you can see Cam Erving actually fired out the ball pretty well. He's a little high, but he gets some help from Michael Jordan here. And this is going against Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett is one of the best defensive tackles in the league, like I mentioned. So this is a big time double team, getting physical with this type of team and sending a message. Obviously, you got Taylor Moton setting his guy on the outside away from the play. And you got Matt Paradis in pretty good position early on to give Ameer Abdullah a lane. Ameer's going to get it and press it. Look what he reads. Michael Jordan, he's working. He's down low. We got a great block by Shy, a great block by Tommy Tremble right here. A double team. Everybody kind of is matched up on their guy. Let it play. Ameer reads it, gets through. Pretty good. Like I said, we're going to play it one more time. He's going to double team, and he's going to read this combo to the linebacker. Michael Jordan fires off. Look at that. He gives him a little bit of shoulder to Cam Irvin to help. Shot Smith does a great job getting in position because he's the one that kind of sets this play up because there's an extra DB in the box because we're in a tight formation. He's going to set it up. Ameer's going to press the hole, sees that this linebacker's coming down in this gap. He's going to read it, and this is a beautiful lane right here to get through. Big time run by Ameer Abdullah, looking real twitchy with those fresh legs because he's been on the practice squad for a minute. Good play by Ameer Abdullah. Here's another play that if you've been following me on Twitter and on here, you know that I always talk about the lead zone play. Now, this is zone. Zone is going to be the same thing. And the double team combos working to the next level, except we're going to fast flow. Everybody's going to try to get their guy hooked, meaning they're going to try to put themselves in between the defender and the sideline. But if they don't, they're just going to let them go there. They're going to work together up to the second level. Richie's going to go and lead through the hole. So what you're reading on this play is the man on or inside of the guard, and that's this guy. If this guy gets forced inside, stay inside. If he goes too far outside, you can cut it back. The zone is a read based off of where the defense goes. So let's see what happens. Rich is going to motion to the backfield, as you can see. Get set. You can see the alignment, 7 men in the box. Automatically, you can see Trent Scott is already looking like he's about to get good for position on him. Taylor Moton's going to wash his guy out. Initially, it looks pretty good. So when Chuba gets the ball, this is what he's reading. I said on or outside the guard, he's inside. That means you need to run off his butt. But there's a man free. Luckily, there's Richie there. There's a great block by Taylor Moton here. Boom. Richie makes it. This guy keeps flowing. So Chuba reads it. And look at this cutback lane. You got a lane right here that's big that everybody looks pretty good. But do also have these guys working and moving these guys downfield. Look at this push. These guys are multiple yards downfield. This is getting physical with these guys. He breaks the tackle, gets through the lane, gets big yards, and he gets tackled by a lineman 10 yards downfield. Let's watch it one more time all the way through. Richie motions back. Boom. Gets it. He sees the fast flowing of the defense. Everybody overcommits. Sits their foot in the ground. Gets through there for a big-time gain. That's called getting physical. Use a duo to double team and more double teams with the zone blocking, getting physical. This is the type of play calling you like to do when you send a message you want to be a running team and be able to get yards consistently on the ground. So we've been running and running and running, but sometimes you have to be – everything's not going to pop like those two plays I showed. There were a lot of runs that pretty much didn't get a lot of big gains, but being consistent with the run is key. But this time we tried to run, and we didn't get too many yards on first or second down like we would like to do. So we're in the obvious passing situation. You can see the down marker right here is 3rd and 10. We're in the red zone. We're going to go trips to the wide side of the field, 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field. And what you're going to get is Sam Darnold getting his steps and his footwork great, throwing on time and on target and on rhythm to his guy. So Tommy Tremble's going to be the guy inside that he's going to look for. Tommy has a good release and takes a stop in the middle of the field. The ball is already gone. You can see the ball right here. The ball is already gone before Tommy Tremble turns around. Studs it in that tight window. First down. Great throw. Sam reads the defense, delivers. That was a great release by Tommy Tremble. You get a great view right here of everything and see how on time he throws it. Sam gets the ball. Tommy takes a good release. He sees at his own. Sam steps up, shuffle. He's already gearing the throw as Tommy is turning around. Look, Tommy hasn't even fully got his head around, but Sam is winding up the throw. There's some trash at his feet, obviously, from Cam Irvin, of course. But the rest of the protection is very, very solid overall. Sam shuffles, delivers in that tight window. Big time throw right there by Sam on time. When Sam makes these clutch throws, you can't help but give him his credit, man. A lot of people want to bash him, but you got to give him his credit when he does it again. Look, on rhythm. Boom. Shuffle. Get rid of it. Boom. Way to deliver to Tommy Tremble. First down, converting, getting into the red zone. Now, Joe Brady has been taking a lot of flack. He's not blameless in a lot of this problems that happens on offense, but Sometimes it's just execution. We know there's been some misreads by Sam Darnold. There's been some bad offensive line play, of course. But the receivers have not done any favors when it comes to dropping passes, even when good plays are called and they become open and they're executed. So here we got trips to the field again, to the wide side of the field again, and what we're going to have is a patented Joe Brady move. A lot of people in the NFL use this play. It's going to be the slot fade, and DJ Moore right here is going to be in the slot. He's going to run a fade. The reason why they run it from the slot is that gives a quarterback a lot more sideline to throw. When you have a fade from here, it's a harder throw because you don't have much room on the outside to work with for the wide receiver to adjust to. But Sam is going to throw this on rhythm. He likes the matchup. He knows it's man coverage because the Falcons aren't hiding it. They're walked up in their face. Look, it's man coverage. They're walked up in their face. They're not hiding it. So Sam's going to pick his favorite matchup since it's the red zone, and he likes DJ. He's going to put a perfect pass to the back pylon that should have been come down with, but that didn't really happen. Boom. He already looks. He's already looking because he sees his man, confirms his man. This guy's going to stop short, but DJ has a step. Sam's already winding up to get the ball out. He knows there's a landmark. This is how you throw the ball on rhythm. You have a landmark. The landmark is the back pylon. It doesn't get more perfect to throw than that for Sam Darnold. He couldn't walk the ball to him any better than that. You know what I'm saying? I know my man Shannon Sharp always calls Carson Wentz walk it to me because sometimes he throws some balls that you couldn't walk to him any better. So we'll try it one more time up top. DJ Moore beats him with speed. Sam delivers. He can't finish the catch, but it doesn't get any better than that. Like you can get a shot at the protection and how quick Sam makes a decision. Sam already knows where he's going because he likes that matchup. Hits that back foot. He sets the throw. Gets rid of the ball. Look, the landmark is the back pylon. Look where the ball is. It was easily going towards the back pylon. This is a perfect pass. Dropped over the defender's head. High enough for DJ Moore to go get it. DJ Moore tries to get the feet down. He just got to finish that play. That's not on Joe Brady. That's not on Sam Darnold. That is on DJ Moore. So, I mean, at this point, what can you do? There's execution problems that's going on. That it's not on there. It's a missed block here. It's a drop pass there. It's a bad throw here, a bad decision. Everything has to come together eventually, and the players have to execute. You can't keep blaming Joe Brady for all these issues when clearly he's adjusted to Matt Rule's liking, and he's trying to do what he can with the passing game and the running game being balanced. And this last play is just going to show what happens when you don't take advantage where you're supposed to. And this is how you end up getting beat by normal, great competitive teams because you have to execute in the red zone and make things happen. But when you don't catch the play on the ball that didn't play before, you have to get a little bit creative. And this time, Joe Brady's going to cook up another good play call. This is another good play call. You're going to get trips to the left side of the field. We're going to run a screen to the running back on the short side to Ameer Abdullah. But as you stop it, you can see that we have 3 blockers, 4 blockers in the field, and 3 defenders. You have numbers. I'm not a math major. I'm just an accountant by day. But to me, 4 is greater than 3, especially when you have a running back with the quickness of Ameer Abdullah and only 10 yards to get into the end zone. So, but it gets tipped at the line of scrimmage and nothing materializes out of this. So the plays are there. It just has to be executed. This is a good play by the defense. They get paid to make plays too. Taylor Moton should try to get his hands down on the defender, but the defenders are smart enough to know that when he reads the screen, get your hand up and get that in that passing window, and that's just a play. Now we got to settle for a field goal. Shout out to Zane Gonzalez, Special Teams Player of the Week. Excuse me. He could be the Player of the Year for us because if he keep having to settle for field goals, this is going to be the result. Not every team is going to give you a chance to be in the game that much, even though you kick for a field goal. So we have to get touchdowns on these red zone attempts. But overall, I loved what I saw from this drive. It was a bunch of plays. 6 minutes off the clock to give the defense rest after you put them on the field after fumble on the first play. Some great play calls by Joe Brady. Some great movement by the offensive line to move some of these guys around. This is something that we can build upon. I know Sam Darnold will be out, but a running game is going to travel, and that can help P.J. Walker eating more and his opportunity that comes up if he has to start this Sunday. So as you can see, the slow, steady, conservative, grinded-out approach seemed to have a lot of success in that response drive, and that was a big-time response. Sam Darnold made a great throw to DJ Moore. DJ Moore just has to come down with it, or we get a better call from the ref. Either way, that could have been easily could have been a touchdown. It's not like we just got in the red zone and choked again. So a couple other things to clean up. Obviously, 4 field goals being kicked by Zane Gonzalez and only going 1 for 3 in the red zone is not great. But I feel confident that if we can move the ball in between the 20s, being slow and steady and grinding it out with a run game, that can give us balance to go play action, and the shots will come. Obviously, the receivers have to catch the ball. That's been the struggle this year. We lead the league in drops between Chuba, DJ, and Robbie. There's a plethora of drops all over the place. But I still think that this is something we can build up on with this running game. Hopefully we keep these guard combinations in. Maybe Brady Christensen will get in there at left tackle eventually. But with these guards and Matt Paradise working inside together, running that zone, this thing looks pretty good with these double teams and getting real physical, and this is something that we'll be able to do that you can build on when it gets cold. You have a great defense. Just play into their strengths. Be conservative, run the ball, take shots when they're there, and pick your spots, but you have to execute in the red zone. But that's all. Giving the defense extra rest and shortening the game is going to be a recipe for this. That's not going to be pretty. It's definitely not going to be pretty. So it's going to be a lot of ugly 19, 13, 20-something or whatever games if you play this style. But I think Matt Rule is fully comfortable with doing that, especially when we can control the ball in the line of scrimmage like we did this past Sunday. So you guys let me know below in the comments how you feel about it. Like I said, I told you the offense looked a little bit different. And with this game plan. So let me know how you feel about this newfound game plan of going run heavy and taking the ball out of Sam Darnold's hands. But without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan signing off. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.